the first one is sometimes I feel like there is a ceiling in my prayer, possibly a barrier between myself and the Lord. I'm trying my best to live a holy life, but sometimes I feel like I want to deeply connect with the Lord, but I feel like I don't know how. Is this normal? How does one overcome this? I want to see him, but he's invisible. I want to hear his voice, but he is silent, yet I feel him very close. So that's the first question. Okay.
They'll say also this can be a temptation. The spiritual writers talk about their temptation will begin. I think maybe John of the Cross, I can't remember who exactly. Yeah. We get to know God, we get used to the consolation, and when God wants to take you deeper, I say, no, the consolation is not there. So you, instead of going further to where God, you want to hold on to the consolation rather than go to where the Lord is calling you to, which is probably something deeper.
Yeah.
That's the story. Remember the story of the father and the girl? Yeah. You were talking about, you recall the story of the father and the girl who was driving and the father was sitting on the passenger seat.
If you could retell us.
Yes, the girl, she was driving, her dad was sitting on the passenger seat and there was a storm. So as she was going, the storm was heavy, other cars began to park. She was tempted to park. Her father said to her, don't stop, keep on going. She kept on going. Storm got even worse. Now even the trucks were beginning to park on the side of the road because the storm was much. Father said to her, don't stop, keep on going. She kept on going. Even the trees were falling on the road. She was tempted to park and stop. Her father said to her, don't stop, keep on going. After about 5 minutes, they busted us into bright sunlight. If she had stopped in the storm, she would have remained in the storm. Because she kept on going, she was able to experience the newness that was up there in front, just way ahead of her, rather than staying in the storm. So I relate it to like when you feel as if, oh, I'm not experiencing God. It might just be the beginning of something new, a deeper encounter than the consolation you are clinging to. But you think it's getting worse. Why is it only getting better?
Yeah, it's got quite a common experience with people. I guess this person that they've been praying, they've experienced consolation, and then they're mistaking this darkness or this kind of lack of consolation for something bad. And it's actually something really good. So I love the image of the light piercing through. Maybe it's a light that woman would have never seen before.
St. John of the Cross, I think I mentioned this earlier. St. John of the Cross said that we should make a distinction between a person who feels that way because of sin or not praying, but and there's a third one, I can't remember precisely, and the person who, despite not being held by sin, still faithful to prayer, still experiencing, that's the sign to make a distinction between a person who's passing through the dark night, somebody, because both of them can have the same encounter. One could be due to sin, but another is not.
So we do say, like, to fully answer that, maybe a spiritual director would be a good idea.
Yeah. Actually, one of the things Teresa said, the importance of having a guide for the spiritual life, we've not talked about. The importance of having somebody to help. The spiritual guide is another important thing. Otherwise, sometimes we can substitute our selfish emotions. We don't know when we might be choosing our own things rather than choosing what. So with a guide, of course, the church does that. The community does that at a larger level. But the guide also helps to prevent you taking some selfish decisions. Unknown to you, you just choose the easier path.